Self-discovery through hobbies. Finding character and opportunities through your interests, through things you love, through your passions. By a show of hands, how many people in here have hobbies or things they love to do on a day-to-day basis? If you look around, as you can see, majority of us. I strongly believe that everybody, no matter if you're old, young, but especially the youth of this generation, should have hobbies and interests. Due to all the negativity we see on social media, all of the fake personas that some people might set for themselves of things they're not or things they want to be, I believe that through hobbies we could find our true character and we could elevate in life. I believe everyone has hobbies, no matter what it is. If it's basketball, art, cooking, gaming, or traveling to different countries to collect lots and to start your own art collection, It doesn't matter. Whatever you love or whatever you're passionate about, you can make it a hobby, you can make it a career, you can make it something that's... this is me.
Yeah.
Growing up in the Bronx, born and raised, I lived in a Caribbean household. So it was very strict. I couldn't really, stay away. I couldn't do much, but I had to work my way around it. I had two major hobbies. One was basketball, and one was fighting. I wanted to be a boxer growing up. I wanted to be the next Floyd Mayweather, the next Mike Tyson, the next Kimbo Slice, the next whoever you could think of when you think of fighting. And as you can see, I believe that I was born to fight. But going into high school, I feel like I overdid it. I used that as an escape for everything. If I was stressed, if I was mad, if I was happy, I just used fighting as an escape. But I overdid it. I used to fight, like, literally every day after school. I would sometimes not submit homework to go fight.
Remember that.
And I thought that since it was my life, I wouldn't really have to focus on school that much. I could just focus on fighting. But I was wrong. I was completely wrong. I started to destroy my body slowly, like, every day. And it just wasn't going good for me. Junior year, which was last year, I got 2 concussions from fighting. And that just changed my whole life completely. I used to go to school. I used to forget what I had for breakfast. I couldn't write correctly. Like, I couldn't even write my whole name for like a whole month. My hands were shaking. I also developed nerve damage, which I'm still suffering with right now, but I'm pushing through it. And yeah, it just got to a point I had to sit down with my mom and my doctor. They talked to me. They said, if you continue at this rate, you might not see 21. So I had to make a change. I dropped the gloves, but I picked up a camera. I picked up a camera, and if I could go back 10 years and tell myself I'll be a photographer, I would not believe myself. I never thought a day in my life I would be a photographer. It was unreal. It was a life-changing moment. Picking up that camera, researching how to become a better photographer, it changed my whole life. It went from me watching videos on how to get better at fighting to me watching videos on how I could start a career off of photography, on how I could, sorry. I'm like, long day, But yeah, it went from me watching videos on how to become a better fighter to watching videos on how I could start a career with photography. This is a picture I took a while back. So yeah. Sorry. But yeah, going back to my message about hobbies, I strongly and firmly believe that every teenager, especially in this society, should have a hobby to just get them away from negativity. It also builds character, it builds confidence, it just gives them something to pursue and to feel, it makes them feel accomplished. These are some more pictures I took. And yeah, needless to say, hobbies can change lives, no matter how big it is, how small it is, no matter how old you are, how young you are. You could be 80 and you could still do something to, you know, change your life. Or even if you don't want to have a career, you could just do it to be happy. You should never let fear dictate your confidence in trying new things. As I like to say, good is the enemy of great. Because you could be good at something, but you could always elevate. You could always become better. Yeah, you could be good at something now, and you could go through so many obstacles, but there might be something that's better out there for you. You should explore your options. Everybody has different paths. It's rare to find, you know, two people with the same path, so you should never look at someone and be like, oh, I want to be like them, I want to do, you know. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has their own interests. And of course, everyone has something they're good at. Again, going back to me growing up, my dad always used to tell me, and this is like very like important to me, and I keep it in the back of my head every day. You always put business over pleasure. That's what he told me. But through photography, I saw that I could actually find pleasure in business. So, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, Kersey, how do you